Okay, welcome to the Crypto Factor. Welcome to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. My name is Paul. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship. And today we're going to be talking about alt season, when I think it's going to be ending, so you can strategize around that. We're going to talk a little bit about wallets. We're going to talk a little bit about Pionex. And we're going to be answering all your questions in the chat. Just give me 1 second. I want to just quit this, open that. So we should have a much easier exit that, right? And everything should be sounding fine. Everything should be looking good. How is everyone? How are you? Welcome back. If it's your first time here, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun today. I'll be answering your questions. I'll be giving you alpha. And then you can check out, see if you like the channel. And if yes, maybe even become a subscriber over time. With that said, let's start talking about alt season and what's going on. So we are in an extended alt season. We called it perfectly. We said it's going to be a mini alt season, and we'll see if it becomes an extended and full-blown alt season. We called it an extended alt season so far. We're in it. But I've seen some people in the comment section saying that it's not because coins are not pumping this and that. So let's start, before we even look at Bitcoin, let's look at alt season. Okay, let's look at alt season real quick. Or this extended alt season. This is our crypto portfolio, and at the top right here it says alt season. The reason it says alt season up there is because I made this video. Give me a second, let me just open it up. Think last week or a few days, let's just see. I made this video right here 3 days ago. I made this video here 3 days ago saying alt season but ... and I said my must hold coins for these massive gains. Now, I've been calling for a selective alt season for quite a while. If you go down here, I've been calling for a selective alt season. I can't really find it right now, but I have. If you watch my YouTube channel, then you would know that. But the altcoins I mentioned in this video here, right here, are the altcoins that you are seeing on screen right now. This is the daily. This was red earlier on, but things were still green. The weekly is red, but if we go to red, you'll see that there's still a lot in green. So when I told you that we're going to have a selective alt season months ago, and I said that select coins are going to run regardless of interest rates, cuts, and all that. Regardless of the news. Everybody was calling me crazy. We can't see alt seasons run because, you know, they're going to cut rates and Bitcoin can't go up if you don't cancel rates. But we saw that. And now we're seeing the coins I told you pump. So if we just go back here and go to the monthly, you'll see they're all in green. But let's go to the daily, since this was a few days ago. And other than Pollen Hype being in red, but that's okay because it went up a lot more. It's not, yeah, it came back down now, but it went up a lot more, so we're having a bit of a pullback. Same with Hype. Yes, we're having a pullback, but it's sitting at $42, right? It's down on the weekly, but it came up from 41. And if you go to the monthly, it's a nice steady down. It can come back up. It doesn't matter, regardless. Generally speaking, we are doing great. Pangu up 2.4%. Yeah, but if you go to the weekly, it's 38. If you go to the monthly, it's 321. As a matter of fact, it was over 400% when I called it. And I made a video just in time. So we are seeing a selective alt season. And we're probably going to see higher prices. I'm going to talk about that in just 1 second. So I want to talk to you about that before I talk to you about Bitcoin. Actually, sorry, I want to show you this before I talk about Bitcoin. And then come back to altcoins. But before we go any further, understand, let me just make it public, that this live stream is now sponsored by Pionex. You should see it right there. Pionex. See that? Pionex sign? And Pionex is something that I've been using for a while. Now, I've been using Pionex before they sponsored me. I used Pionex and made videos about it before they sponsored me. And now they're sponsoring these live streams. And if you look at my Pionex account, it's been doing extremely well. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you this in a second. But if you do decide to sign up to Pionex at any time, you get bonuses up to $800 on your deposit, and you get $50 just for signing up. but it has to be the next 20, 25 days. It's like a special thing. But I want to talk about Pionex later on because it's very important, and maybe we make some trades together. But Pionex is the exchange I'm using now for trading bots. They've been very lucrative. They work. My group has been getting into them. They work well, and I suggest you check it out. Okay? Now, let's go and see what's going on with Bitcoin so we can go back to altcoins. So Bitcoin right now, as you can see, we said that we have a top here on this candle. We came down, we said over here, let's wait for it to reach the factor line. And I said, and I remember in the video, I put these two lines, and I think it was in the alt video as well, in the alt season video, but also in the live stream. Somebody can remind me in the comments. But I said, as we were coming down, that we're probably gonna come down and meet the factor line, the top line here, or if that breaks, come down to the bottom line here. And that's what Bitcoin did, look, perfectly. Boom, boom. Not only that, the factor line remained gold, telling you to stay in, and also told you to buy the swing over here automatically, and confirmed it. So the factor line, it's a beautiful setup. It's in gold, it's above this previous range over here. Even if it came down to 108,000, it would still be perfect. It would still be, sorry, not perfect, but a good pullback. And it might still do that. But it still held this top over here, which we were looking at, and also, of course, the line right here. So Bitcoin's bullish. And right now, this is reset to neutral. So this is the trend stacker over here. This combines volume, momentum, a couple of other things. And this right now is neutral, which is a good sign because it can continue going up. And this is on the daily chart. On the 4-hour, beautiful buy signal on the 4-hour right here. So if you were trading into this range, which you could do on the 4-hour, and the factor line does that for you, tells you how to do that, you'll see you would have bought here, sold here, but now it's giving you a buy signal with confirmation. So this can come, it'll probably come and retest these highs of 123,000 in my opinion. And we'll see if it goes up higher than that. But right now, you should be trading this range. You could do that on Pionex. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm going to show you later on. Also, this is reset here. If you go to the hourly, it should be gold. Obviously, boom, yes. And if you go to the weekly, it should also be gold. It shouldn't change anything. So all time frames, it should be gold. And on the weekly, you get a better picture because look, it broke the previous resistance here of 109 and is now trading above that range. So this is a new range right now. So this is the new range you would look at with the bot as well. And this, the factor line will give you the new range once it's set on the weekly, right? And this is in gold, which is bullish, and it has a long way to go. So let's see how that works out. That said, going to the altcoins. If you got into these altcoins when I told you, you'd be golden right now. Yes, Powell went up and down, you're still in profit, so did Hype, but generally speaking, and even Deep went up higher, even though it's 1% down on the daily, it was higher. Generally speaking, you're doing good. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. This is the portfolio. I believe that this particular alt season, this extended alt season, I think they're going to do very well. Are they the only altcoins that are going to do well? No. I'm not saying these are all my altcoins I'm holding right now. If you want to see my altcoin holdings, which include these, take a screenshot. This is one screenshot to take, and the next one is this one. Take this screenshot as well. And then for meme coins, take this screenshot. Now you know what most of my positions are when it comes to altcoins generally. And you know which ones I'm looking at right now, which all out-pumped and outdid everything else. As a matter of fact, I think if I look, let's just verify. Okay, so we still have there's a few portfolios that outperform, but still, we're doing very, very well. So for those of you that are complaining there's no alt season, you're in the wrong coins. You have not been listening to the Crypto Factor. You're listening to, I don't know who you're listening to, but they're fucking you up. And yes, again, I'm not a financial advisor. There's no financial advice. I'm just sharing what I am doing in my opinion. This is for free. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, okay? So with that said, alt season is on the way. We are in an extended alt season. How long do I think this alt season is going to last? I'm looking at a week or two, around a week or two. But even if it ends tomorrow, we've made profits. If you've made profits, take profits, right? But we've made profits. I believe it's going to go up for a week or two more. I'm looking for a pullback somewhere in August. When in August? I have no idea. I really don't have any idea. I don't know no exact dates. I'm not Nostradamus, or in my case, Baldonamus. I have a crystal ball, but it does not predict specific dates. If you wanna have some fun, August the 17th to August the 20th. Okay, let's see how Baldonamus works out. Bookmark this, okay? But it's just for fun, okay? But I am expecting a pullback. Why am I expecting a pullback? Because what I'm expecting is for us to have an alt season go up, as well as Bitcoin, by the way. And then I expect we're going to have a dump around that time, 17th, 20th August. But it doesn't matter. It could be any time in August. I'm not trying to call the perfect top here. And then I believe we're going to find the bottom, and then we're going to reevaluate once that bottom's in for another leg after summer. And after summer, I think it's going to be the final leg of this bull market. Well, is it going to be an extended bull market? I have no idea. And I don't care, because I'm strategizing for a 4-year cycle until proven otherwise. I will be taking profits. Maybe I'll be holding a few coins more just in case there's an extended one. But I'm telling you right now, if we start blowing up for the next 2 weeks, too hard, too high, too fast, and we might have, and you see Bitcoin at 140,000, 180 all of a sudden, you can expect a shorter bull market in that case. But let's reevaluate when the time comes. We're not trying to make the perfect call, we're trying to make the perfect strategy. And knowing this, we know how to take profits, when to take profits, how to take profits. Maybe not exactly, but we're still doing good. So if you are following the Crypto Factor, if you subscribe, if you hit that bell notification button, you're doing good, congratulations. You're doing extremely well. If you're not, perhaps consider it. So what I want to do now, showed you Bitcoin, showed you charts. I want to be answering your questions in the chat. And then right after I answer a few of them, I want to take a couple of trades with you with Pionex, because I think Pionex is going to do extremely well. And you can just copy my bot as well. And if you don't want to copy my bot, that's okay. You can do your own. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do some live trades. Sign up to Pionex. First of all, you should sign up to Pionex. It's a great exchange. Even if you don't use it, you always want another exchange for backup. Sign up to Pionex. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some live trades with you right now as we speak with altcoins. We'll take a few from the chat. We'll take some range trades for you. And all you have to do, go to Pionex and copy the trade. How does that sound? Good? Not many people do this. And let me tell you something about Pionex account. This is not a funded account. This is Pionex. This is not a funded account. This is my own money. I have $6,000 in here right now. Okay, 4,000 of that, around 4,000 something, 4,400 of something like that, of that was made from $1,000 of me investing in this. Most YouTubers, I'm not saying all YouTubers, but most YouTubers use funded accounts, not just Pionex, any other exchange out there. What is a funded account? It's basically an account with fake money that looks real so you can trade with no risk. No, my friend, I'm trading my own money. If you go down, I go down. If I make a mistake, you make a mistake. That's how it is. And you don't have to follow me exactly. Do your own research, see what I'm doing, decide if you want to follow me. But just know, if this thing gets liquidated, I lose this money. That's why I'm more conservative. That's why I only have about $4,000 in there. And I have other accounts that I have more money in. And obviously, I could show you right now a couple of them. And I have all my crypto wallets and everything. But I don't try to pretend that I'm doing millions of dollars or hundreds of $1,000s when I'm not. That is some bullshit. I like disclosing old sponsorships, and I like Crypto Factor, moi. Will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, with as much transparency as possible. And when I say as much transparency as possible, obviously I don't want to give you my full net worth portfolio or what my portfolio is worth. I really don't feel like being kidnapped or stabbed to death. Okay? So I'm doing it for my own protection here. Now, that said, I just spilled water all over me. Excuse me. Let's look at the chat here. Hey, Paul, Nikolai, what's up? Appreciate your work very much. Question. You said a portfolio consists... Oh. You think a portfolio consisting of Sui, Say, Tau, which is Potenza, Aerodrome, Toshi, and Turbo and Virtuals could do an overall 10x. Maybe. But I just showed you my altcoin portfolio. I think you should reconsider some of those coins. Aerodrome's pretty good, by the way. Hey, Paulie, what's up? Chuck, what's up? Oh, Montenegro, what's up, man? Chuck, what's up, man? Chuck, also a member in the VIP group, also does one-on-one coaching, also has the factor line, and is a senior citizen as well, and is doing great, is doing awesome. Like amazingly, by the way. Oh, before I continue, make sure you look at the description look at the description, look at the disclaimer in the description down below, okay? There's a disclaimer there. You got to read it, right? Not financial advice, not financial advice. I have to put that there. Even though I'm in Dubai, you might be around the world somewhere. You should read that disclaimer. Abdar Ram says the weekly topping tail they talk about in the game, how much a potential can that affect in August run? And I gave you my projection. I don't care about anything else. I don't care what people are talking about. So far, the crypto factor, this channel that you are watching, called Bitcoin going and breaking all-time highs before the halving, called the dump at the halving, called the dump before Trump, told you to take profits into Bitcoin from altcoins in December and January, said that the dump wasn't big enough, it's going to go down more. The only thing we got a little bit wrong was the time it took for altcoins to recover, called the altcoin recovery, all the mini alt seasons and this extended alt season almost perfectly, almost, not perfectly, but we called it. And generally speaking, I'm really not, I don't care what everyone else says. I'm sharing what I am doing and how and if I'm effective or not, you can judge me and you can compare me all you want day and night. I don't care. I'm here to share what I think and my opinion. I'm not here to share everybody else's opinion. That's, other YouTubers could do that. They give other people's opinion if they don't have their own, or if they're not sure about their opinion, or they copy other people's opinion. I do not do that. I give you my opinion. I don't do technical analysis from other people. I have my own technical indicator, for Christ's sake. Okay? You get, this is, what you see is what you get on the crypto factor. Okay? Happy Sunday. Straight up crypto, my man. By the way, if you are new to crypto, that said, perfect transition. If you are new to crypto and you want to learn basics as well, check out Straight Up Crypto. He has a YouTube channel. He's in my team. He's a partner. We work together. He's a moderator in the VIP Factor group. He has his own course now, which I'll be adding onto for beginners. And we're going to teach you the actual and real way to invest in crypto and what crypto is. So make sure you sign up. Make sure you sign up to his channel. He's giving free videos, free stuff, right? And then we're also going to have the course coming out as well. A good course, not a BS course. What's up, the Pied Piper? What's up, my man? How are you? Also right, bang bang. TJs, I see you, man. Pump the like. Yeah, please hit my like button. Graphics not working. Imagine like this fist coming up like this, and this like here, and just goes whoosh, whoosh. Okay, that's not working. Say this is the like button. You gotta hit it. Okay, just hit the like button. My graphics not working. Okay. All right. What's up, Omar? What's up, Bill? Yasufile. Crypto Z. There is no alt season. I still haven't seen 50 or 100x like the previous bull run. True. There's no 50x or 100x because you're in the wrong coins. Okay, there's a few that did that. And it's been a selective alt season. You were in the wrong coins. We actually called a lot of right coins in the beginning. In the beginning, when Bitcoin was 15.6K, which we perfectly called. And you can go look and verify this on my channel. I was literally in the hospital calling to get in at 16,700. And before that, I won a bet with what's his name? Gareth Soloway, about 15.6K being the bottom before it even got there. And I won that bet, okay? So If you have not seen an alt season, why didn't you get into Solana when I told everyone to get into Solana with $8.5? Sure, that might not be a 50x, but it's a multiple X. it's more than a 10. It's a 20, 30x right there with Solana. Very simple shit. What about virtuals? That did well. What about Pangu? When did you get into Pangu? I was shouting Pangu for a while. We've seen some 20, 30, 50x's. It's just that you don't have them. And it's not about the 20, 30, 50x's. It's about consistent, sustainable gains if you're not in those coins. Everyone's in this 50x mindset, and that's why they miss the coins. Get into good coins, and some of them will do well. But just because you weren't holding them does not mean that there wasn't an alt season. This is literally an alt season. Now, that said, just to clarify, because you might be right about something, all 2023, 2024, I was calling for mini alt seasons. And we had mini alt seasons. And we saw great gains. I'm now saying that this became an extended alt season. Let's see if it keeps going. And let's see if it goes to a full-blown alt season. If you're talking about a full-blown alt season, no, we have not seen one yet. You're absolutely right. So let me just clarify that. I just want to make sure everybody understands context here, okay? There's still a lot to be learned. Harley says, yay for sponsorships, more live streams. Yes, I'm actually thinking about doing more live streams. So here's the deal. Here's what's going on. So today's Sunday's live stream, and I want to start doing live streams in intra-week as well, okay? Now, there is one issue, one caveat that you need to be aware of. I am going to Dubai, this was last second, I am going to Dubai on the 4th of August till the 8th of August. This is not by choice, it's a business. It's going to be fun, of course, because my partner Luai is awesome, but I'm going in the middle of August, or the beginning of August, to the hottest country possibly in the world. It's not going to be too much fun, but I'll be in a hotel, I'll be live streaming there, so yes, more live streams there. And I have some content I need to make there since I'm going to have some free time. But I need to go up there and finish off some company, because we have a company up there together with Luai, and we have some things to take care of. So I'm going to be up there 4th to 8th of August. I'll be doing some content there. And I'll be live streaming from there. And you're going to see more live streams like this as well. You are. Because I was thinking to myself, this is the most important leg in this, this more important part of this cycle was in the beginning and now. So you need more live streams. So since Pionex has been great enough to actually sponsor me, I think we're going to do more live streams. I think it's going to be cool. But maybe not this week. Maybe not this coming week. Maybe in Dubai and after Dubai when I get settled back. Okay? If that makes sense. Hello from California. What's up, Cali? And you might also see live streams from my beach house like last week, because I'll be going to my beach house and I'll be live streaming from there as well. So you might not see this setting, but we will be live streaming. And also on my phone. You'll be seeing me live streaming on my phone as well, on my laptop from different places, but maybe not in this setting, because it's summer and I want to swim and I want to have fun, and you get it. Ooh, you grow, morning poll, live trades. Yeah, let's do some live trades. So let's do some, let me see if I have some a couple of more questions here, and then I'll go to the live trades. Graham, what's up, man? Straight up crypto, key point. If you made profits, take profits. It's a difference between selling before a big dump. Yes, do that. Shin saying, are you taking profits in Bitcoin? No, I'm taking profits into Bitcoin mostly, but yes, Bitcoin will probably also come down. Fartcoin nipping. Fartcoin, I recently got back in Fartcoin Pangu, but Pangu is my main one, but I recently got into Fartcoin and Bonk as well. Very small amount, just as these coins look like they're very powerful, if that makes sense. My portfolio is 50%. Do you think it 50% what? Oh, minus 50%. Do you think I would sell before possible? Well, partly take profit so you can buy back if possible, but there's no guarantees. Around 1.5 trillion chance to hit 3 trillion for... Henry, I just gave you my views. Let's get to trading, because I want to get into trading and show you what's here, and I can answer that later on. Let me drink some water, just so you know I'm not ghosting you. You gotta drink a lot of water. It's hot as shit outside. Okay. So this is Pionex. And you can see a couple of trades here already. I have a Bitcoin futures grid right here. And this is just buying whenever it dumps and selling whenever it pumps. And the same thing for hype here. Now, this was a lot lower, the actual investment, but I took profits and compounded in there. I'm going to show you how to do that later on. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me show you also my spot trade here. This is in the minus. This is Cadena. But again, it's buying. And it should be, look at this, it's coming up here, maybe it comes up. We took the range play. You can see the video. I have a video linked in the description down below, how Pionex works, with links to bonuses, plus how to take that Cadena trade and giving you examples on how. So if you want to see like a tutorial, step by step, go ahead and watch that video in the description below after the live stream. And then you'll get all the details. I'm not going to get into too many details right now. I'm just going to give you some ranges. We'll take some together. We'll find some together so you can understand the philosophy of the tech part of it. And then you can watch that video for the details. It's in the description down below. Okay? So let's get back to this. And again, this is my own money. This is not a funded account. If I lose real money. All right, so let's go to futures because it's more interesting. And let's use the factor line to find a trade here. Let me just move these around a little bit. Let me close this. All right, here you go. So let's use the factor line. So this is Bitcoin. So one thing I'm eyeing at right now, one thing I was eyeing is Pangu. So let's just look at Pangu real quick. And let's look at Pangu USDT. I like you looking at on Binance Tetherus. Why? Or Teth. Why? Because Tether US. Why? Because it just has better, and it just works better with my factor line. That's the only reason. Okay, you can use whatever you want though. So this, and this here, by the way, I said if we break this to buy, and this is the new range, and that's what happened. And look, the factor line already gave you a range here. Now, because Pangu is a bit new, it's not really giving you the best sort of chart like this. Oh, this is a weekly. Let's go to the daily. Excuse me. You could work this on the daily or you could do it on the 4 hour. So the daily, I called us coming up, coming down from the top, coming to the factor line. We didn't get quite there, but we're coming up to meet this and we'll probably break this. And I said we're probably going to break this. And by the looks of the trend stacker and everything like that, it's probably going to break and go up. So this is actually good. This is a good trade for Pangu, but it's not a good range to open up a bot, in my opinion, because as soon as you open it, you're going to have to open up at a higher price and find a range. There's no range to look at right here. So even if you go to the 4 hour, okay, the 4 hour does give you a range. I stand corrected. So this is the power of the factor line. It can just give you the range straight away if you miss it or if you're in a rush or whatever. This just showed me that it has a range. So we have a range on Pangu here. Look. This is the range. The bottom of the range is 0.03556 whatever, and the top of the range is 0.0466. So you can play this range if you want. And you have two choices. You can play the upper range, the lower range, or the whole range. So just for fun, let's do a range here. Let me just look at the hourly as well, just in case it's a better range. Yeah, so the factor line is really not giving me, there is a range, but it's still not really a range. You can say this is a range here to here, but it's not really giving it to me. But it's okay. Let's work the 4 hour. Let's go by the factor line. That's the whole point of this video. Okay? And if, by the way, if you're looking for the factor line, you can't have it. You can't buy it. The only way you can get the factor line is by getting my course. It's in the description down below. It's very expensive, $1,297. That comes included with the factor line lifetime. But here's the good news. You're getting this trade for free, so you don't need to buy the factor line to use Pionex. So sign up to Pionex, and I'll give you the trade, if that makes sense. All right? So here's Pionex. No, sorry, here's the factor line. And we have 0.035. So let's use 0.0355, okay? So we come to Pionex over here. And let's open a trade. Let's use Futures Grid. And let's use Customize. Now we want the range. Here, what did we say the range was? 0.0355, I believe. or 35. 0.035. Let me just verify. Yeah, 0.035. And the top of the range is 0.046. 0.046. And right now you have a range. We're going to use long. And the reason, let's just use got it here. And the reason we're going to use long is because we're in the bull market. You don't want to go against the trend. You can also short, meaning you could sell the bottom of the range and buy the top of the range, but you don't want to do that. Neutral is both, but come on, just do long, okay? We're in a bull market. Never go against the trend, okay? So that's the range we're looking at. Now for an investment, let's do $500. This is real money, my money. Let's do 500 exactly. All right? And 3x I think is good for an altcoin. 3x I think it's good, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click create. Excuse me, grid quantity 2 to 12. Let's just do 10. This is how many quantities are in the grid. Let's just actually do 12 here. All right? Preview grid should show you over here, but it's not. I think it will show you once you open up the trade because it's not here right now. So let's create. Error in setting price range. Why? Oh, because I put 0, 0. No. The upper price limit is set too low. Okay, so it has to be 11%, so we can't use the range that we had. Okay, I get it. Fine. So let's just please confirm the input error. All right, let's cancel this. And let's have a look again. Sorry about that. Again, we're doing this live. So because the 4 hour, it's a bit of a short thing here. Fine. So let's do. So you could go a little higher and then take profits if it breaks up as a little bit. So let's go 0.049. Let's see if that works. Which makes sense in my opinion. Grid. So now it gives you more grids. Let's do 15. And $500 3x. Let's see if that works. So that doesn't work either. So this is live. You're seeing me fuck up shit live right now. The upper limit's too low, being 11 point, the current price. Please confirm. Fuck's sake. All right. Does it want me to go 5 and 3? Let's do 5 and 3. Fine. All right, cancel. I don't know what's wrong with it. This is something I want. So basically, you want bigger ranges. You can't do smaller ranges. Or maybe we could just force it to do what we want. Give me a second. Let's try this live and see if this works. So let's do 3.5 again, and let's do 4.9. Create. And let's just confirm and create the bot and see what happens. Hype. Oh, that's why. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm a fucking moron, okay? So so I was trying to do a Pangu trade, but I was doing it on hype. I was wondering why it's not working. It doesn't work because it's well below. That's why. Okay, so my bad. We come up here and we look for Pangu. Fuck's sake, Pangu. I'm an idiot. Okay, we choose Pangu. And now we do, and that's why the range was off here and it looked different. Okay. So this is the Pangu range, 0.035 to 0.046. Now it should work. 0.0355, 0.046. That's the range long. See, now it's got more grids because you can. I was wondering why the grids were so low. So let's do 250 because it's in the middle, kind of. And now it's showing you the grids because look, now we are where we're supposed to be. And look, the greens is where it buys and the reds it's where it sells. Now it's working. Okay? Got it. So now we do $500 here. Again, this is live. And we create. And now we have a Pangu bot. Boom, that's it. Very easy shit. So now we have Pangu. And it's gonna buy lower and sell higher. It's already in profit, but this can be red. It could still be good for you because it means it's buying at lower prices. So we just took a Pangu trade. Now, I'm gonna show you a couple of things extra here. If we go to detail, first of all, there's an estimation liquidation price of 0.022. If we go to detail here, there's a couple of things you can do. One thing is, on Pangu, right here, you can actually go to parameters and you can set take profit and stop loss. I'm not gonna do this right now, but you could set the top loss under the range so it keeps you safe. I talk about this in the video. And you could also do it to take profit to exit. But I don't want to do that right now because I'm gonna be moving ranges, and if it gets that low, which it won't, or I don't think it will, I'll be adding margin. Also, because we're getting closer towards the August drop, in my opinion, I'll probably be taking profits in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you follow me and subscribe down below so you can see when I take profits from the bot, how I compound what I do. Because I might exit for a while, then get back in, if that makes sense, okay? So that's what we're gonna be showing you. But you could do that here. And right now, everything is in profit except the Cadena bot. The Cadena bot is not in profit right here. Now you can add investment, you can change the range, you can do a whole bunch of things, but I'm just gonna, and to be honest, because it's spot, I'm just gonna leave it so you can see how this works out over time. Okay? So let's see how this works. But that's basically how you create a future bot. So we come up here, go to futures bot, and this is the future grid. Now there's other things you could do down here as well, obviously, but we're just doing this one right here. Okay? So with that said, that's a Pangu trade. For me, it wasn't the best range, but let's see how it works out. What other coins can we do? Let's see if you have any chats. Tell me in the chat what other coins we're gonna do. Nico, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it, bro. Much appreciated, man. Let's see if we have any questions, or tell me what, if you want to know what coin to look at to see the factor line, see if it's a range, and make the trade on Pionex. And maybe you can copy that trade. By the way, let me share that with you real quick. If you want to copy the Pangu trade, your own risk, by the way, right here, the Pangu trade right here. All right, let's see. There should be a copy share. Share order to earn profit. Look, if I share order to share profit and I copy this, I actually get profit if I actually make some money if you actually join this. So it's win-win, okay? It's full transparency. It's affiliated. I'll make some profit. I don't hide shit like this. I make a little bit of profit if you make profit from following my bot, right? So now I'm gonna come to the live stream. I'm gonna paste the link here. And now you can sign up to Pionex and just copy that trade. I do suggest you sign up first from the link to get the bonuses. I'm not sure if this includes the bonuses or not, but basically you could just copy that bot. You don't even have to try, okay? And I think if I change it, it changes in real time. So let's see if we have another coin. How's Casper on the factor line? Guys, I'm going to answer all these questions in a second. What I want to do now is tell me which coin you're interested in for a range. Let's do a range trade together using the factor line. This is something huge right now. It's very valuable. You don't get this anywhere else. I don't know what RDO USDT is or KRNL is. I don't know. I have no idea what those are. Let's use something that's in a range, not something like a meme coin that can break out and be all volatile, because it's not the point of having a bot range, a range bot, right? Range on Aerodrome. Interesting. Let's have a look and see, shall we? So this is the factor line on the 4 hour. Let's have a look at Aerodrome. Aero, is there a USDT? No Pionex. Okay, so let's just use KuCoin. Is there a Binance? Yeah, there is a Binance. Perpetual contract. Let's all right, let's just use let's try this one. All right. There is a range. It's pretty big on the 4 hour. Let's have a look at it on the daily, see if it's something better. Whoops. Let's just refresh and reload that. Perfect range. Yeah, let's use this range. Let's do it. Oh, this is Bitcoin. Shit, sorry. Arrow. There you go. Again, there's a good range. We can use the full range from 0.069 to 0.9. I would use the in-between in this case. 0.8 to 0.9. This is the 4 hour though. Let's have a look at the day. Let's see if that looks better. Let me just use that again because sometimes it glitches out. This is a trading view problem, not a crypto line problem. Okay, this is the range right here. So here's the problem. So Aerodrome is actually, technically Aerodrome is very strong right now, but it's coming to the top of this range. And I think it's going to break out. So while Aerodrome is a good trade, because it's holding the factor line and it might break out here. See how the factor line called you to sell the top of the range? Came down, met the factor line, now it's going to come up. It might break. It's not a good trade for Pionex, in my opinion, as a range. In my opinion. I'm not, maybe in a lower time frame. Technically, you could do it, again, though, on the 4 hour. Even if you use the 4 hour. It's a nice range, but I believe this is going to break out. So you're going to have to change the range after. Now, that said, we could put a higher range, an anticipation range. So it's 0.9, so we can do an anticipation. So here's something we can do. Let's anticipate the next range. This is going to be interesting. So we're going to do some boldonomics here, okay? So you know who Nostradamus is? We're going to do some boldonomics because I'm bald. This is my crystal ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to anticipate the next range, okay? And this, you have to bookmark this video, okay? Because if this plays out, I mean, it's going to be epic for everyone, okay? So let's just do this. So we're looking at this range, and I believe it's going to break out. So let's anticipate the next range. So the way I would do it, I would try and see if, okay, you see how this top right here on my X's looks like it's almost double the range down here, but at the same time corresponds to previous support and resistance perfectly. Boom, 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 and buy and sell signals. For me, this here would be the perfect almost range right there. And I did it a little bit wrong. Just move it down right here. So, because this goes back all the way here. See how it's almost perfect, right? And just let's move it here now just for clarity. Maybe this one a bit higher here. There you go. So this here could be the breakout range. So because this here is going to be the breakout range right here, we're going to take this range from the middle of this range on the factor line at 0.0833. So let's mark that as well just for future reference. Oops, sorry. Right here, okay? And we'll use this range here. So 0.836. So let's go to future bots. And let's create a range here. What was the thing? It was 0.83. Let's just call it 0.83. Let's not forget to go arrow this time. It doesn't have arrow. Come on. So they don't have Aero in futures. Do they have spot? So they have Aero in spot. So this means you can do Aero, but you can't use futures on it. But you could do it in spot, just like I did KDA. So let's just do spot, just because we started this, let's do spot. That means no leverage, it's actually a lot safer. So if you're new especially, perfect trade here. So let's try this one on spot. So 0.83. So let's do grid trading bot, create, Aero, customize, 0.83. There's no leverage. Upper limit, we projected let's do 1.2 psychological. It's a bit higher, but let's do 1.2 psychological. 1.2. Okay? Grids can be from 2 to 369. Let's just do 150. So, or 2, yeah. Let's see. Bye. That's a lot more orders. Let's do 150. Let's be a little bit more. 100. More spaced out. Let's do 100. Okay? And let's put 500 of my actual money in this as well. So let's create this bot. Everything looking good? See, it doesn't put your whole allocation. It puts your initial allocation, but it also holds for margin so you don't get liquidated. Let's click continue. Now we have an Aero bot as well. All right, so now I'm invested almost, what, 6K in here. I think I just doxed myself. It doesn't matter. 6,000. So now we're invested, well, not 6,000. I think I have $800 left. But I think that's all I'm going to do this time. Let's see how these run. Next live stream, we'll look live to see how much profits we made, or if I got completely wrecked, or what's the verdict, what's going on. I'll explain if it's in the red, why, and how to do everything. Right now, that said, let me just share this bot with you as well. So let's go back to spot, just in case you want to follow this with me. It's good that it's in the red, by the way. It means it's going to be buying. Go to detail, Aerodrome, share, copy, full transparency, I get a cut, and now you can take the Aerodrome trade with me, and obviously I'll tell you when I'm out, because I will also be out, and I'll also move it around and everything. Okay? With that said, let's answer some questions. By the way, join Pionex, huge bonuses. The link is in the description down below. You get $50 just for signing up, and then you also get up to $800 bonuses depending on how much you deposit. So go do that, follow my bots, and there's also a video. There's a video in the description down below, tutorial step by step, that shows you how to do it step by step, but also gives you the links to the other bots as well. And I'll probably add those there later as well, if that makes sense. So go ahead, check it out, and let's answer some more questions. Where were we? Let's see if we have any more questions here. Just closed out a Jupe trade. Yeah, I stopped I stopped my Jupe staking. I thought it was no point. I got out. Not because I think it's bad, but the amount was so low that I staked. I'm like, well, why am I doing this? And I just put it into something else. I don't understand what you mean by what date. Let's go, Pangu. My dog has a... Look. This is my dog's pudgy penguin. He has 2 of them. And I also have 2 bigger ones that are clean, obviously, because I met the team and they gave us pudgy penguins. Actually, the small ones we got from Dubai, from Token 2049, but he gave us some bigger ones that we have as well. But he loves this so much. It's so cute. He has one here and one in my beach house. And he just holds it in his mouth. IMX and Fetch will recover previous highs? Possibly. Paul, not Pangu. Why? You're on high. Ah, yeah. You were telling me I was being a muppet. Yes, of course. Would you take a moment to... We did that. How's Cass on the factor line? Let's have a look at Cass on the factor line. Caspa. Let's have a look at Caspa. I'm actually curious myself. Because I said to get out and we went down and I said we might be getting back in. So why not? Let's have a look at it. Casper USDT. Let's look at it on, I don't know. Let's look at it on KuCoin, I guess. Wait, I might find a better one. Bybit? Yeah. Let's go to the daily. Give me a second because this is acting up again. All right. So this is Casper USDT. The daily. Can we zoom out a little bit? All right. So Casper, buy signal. Okay. So it's right here. We want it to get in back into this range over here. Because so far it comes into range, rejects, comes into range, rejects. Right now it just got into range. We want to make that range support, if that makes sense. And once it starts trading in this range, then we can expect more. So yeah, it's gold. It just got into the range. I would say it's a good buying opportunity right now if you want to be in Casper, in my opinion. Just off of my head real quick here. We don't have much volume momentum or anything on the trend stacker, but still, let's see how this plays out. It doesn't look bad, just because it broke previous range and previous lows from back here. So it looks like it just got in. Let's see if it comes up and makes its support and keeps on going up, if that makes sense. But I'm not going to get in yet. Hi Paul, Sui breakout this weekend, good coin to trade. I think Sui is great and I'm holding Sui and I've been talking about Sui that's going to do a Solana type move and I think they're going to both do extremely well with Solana. Could you use we just did that. Woo-ya, will Solana ever take off? Yeah, it will at some point. I don't know what kernel USDT is right now. I understand it's a 45 million market cap, but it's not a good, it's definitely not good for ranges in that case. I can look at it, but it's probably not even on the factor. Let's have a look. I might be negative for no reason. Oh, it is on the factor line. Yeah, it's not, dude. Like you don't do a range trade or a range system on something like this. It's too new. There's no range here. Just broke out. You could trade this. You could buy this. It told you to sell here. It's gold, so you could buy this, right? But you can't range it. There's no range here, if that makes. So I was right. When will Sol go to $600? Should I get a crystal ball here? Wait. Look, $600 to $800 to $700 by the end of the bull market, in my opinion. We're not going to do Sui now because we already did a few trades, and I'm going to keep some dollars as well. Buddy, can you make a prediction for Aether? No. Love you is better than... So yeah, I'm getting Aether just because I have Beam nodes. We have delegated nodes to us. We have about 1,000 something nodes delegated to our nodes with my partner Frederick. And I also have 4 nodes. So I get a lot of Aether. But I don't have a projection for it. I don't care. I'm just going to try and look at the top of Bitcoin with the top altcoins. And I'll be taking profits from everything else straight away when it gets toppy. So it doesn't matter. I'm not looking at its price. I don't need to look at its price. I just look at everything else when I think the market's going to top. I go by cycles and time and market rather than try to trade and predict every single coin. There's no point. It just Bitcoin top 3 top, sell everything. At least into the top 3, if not out completely, right? When alt season, which month? I'm not going to repeat myself, Ali. I can't. I'm sorry. You can watch the video from the beginning. How high can undergo? Pretty high. Pretty high. I mean, I wouldn't surprise. 5-10x should be easy. Is Gala still a good event? We got out a long time ago, man. Smash the like button. Yes, you should. Share this live with your friends. Yes, please do. Sui or Tia? Sui. We made that call back in the day when we had Sui and Tia, and we said, look, let's go to Sui. No, that was Sui Say, you're right, but we had Tia. But still, Sui. How's SXP 6900 doing? Probably well. I got out of it a while back, and I didn't get back in. It's got a really strong community. SPX 6900. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, it's gold and it's breaking out. Broke out from the range. Look at that. Boom. Broke out from the range. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah. It's a buy. Buy it. Take the trade here. Let's do something live together here. We're gonna use another exchange real quick. We're not going to whatchamacallit. We're not gonna use a range on this. We're gonna buy the breakout. If it's here. Let me see. Verify. Let's look at the daily. Okay. This is why I like looking at multiple charts. Let's go back to my, yeah. So look. It broke out. It came back down. I'm expecting it to come down here. Come down maybe here or here. And then I would buy. But maybe it did break out. So even though it's down a little bit to the midday, let me just put the 4-hour. Give me a second. So yeah, here. Let me see if I could also do it on. Give me a second here. Maybe we take a trade. Maybe we take one more trade together. I just wanted to verify it with another exchange as well. But maybe, just maybe. Give me a second here. Let's see. SPX. Fuck's sake. Okay. SPX. Yeah. Let's verify it. Four-hour daily. Transfer funds. Let's transfer. So I just need to transfer from some funds from my bots to my whatchamacallit, to my futures account real quick on Pionex. So does that so now that didn't work. I'm doing this, so I've only used Pionex with the bot. So now I am trying to do a futures trade on Pionex. There you go. So that's working now. So here you go. So look. So now this is a futures trade. I'm gonna buy SPX here. Now, normally we should wait for it to come down, but I'm gonna take the trade with a 5x. No, sorry, 5x. Okay, that's fine. So that's 5x. I'm gonna market buy around $500. Just for fun. Again, this is my own money. There's no bullshit. So wait a second. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which is the USDT and what is the by value. We want it by value, $500. Wait. Okay, that's better. So it's a little bit, each exchange is a bit, the small nuances. You just saw live how to do futures and how to see the dollar amount, not the SPX or the value amount. But each exchange is a little bit different, and you have to kind of find the nuances. And I did this live. So I was doing this just the grid trading, and now I'm doing this live for you so you can see how Pionex works. So we're gonna make a trade of $500 on with a 5x leverage. Let's make this 3x. Okay, just be more conservative. And what I want to do, I'm gonna buy this long. Boom. And what I want to do is I want to find the stop loss. So I bought here, and I want a stop loss under this candle, preferably under this candle, 1.9. So what I want to do is come here. Again, they're all different. There's a trading stop that you can use as well. Let's do this. Type is it? Well, yeah, don't show this again. We know this. If it's entire or partial, it's up to you. Yep. We're going to do entire. And our trigger price will be 1.9, maybe. Let's just verify that. Take profit should be higher than the 1.9. No, I don't want to take profit. I want stop loss. Wrong. Here is a stop loss. See, each exchange is different. Other ones are on top, other ones are underneath. So let's do 1.9. So if I do 1.9, I'm risking 1/5 of my position. And just to be... Usually you want to go a little bit lower, right? Just because sometimes it hits like psychological numbers. So 1.89, if you want to get really technical, 1.84, a little bit better. So I'm risking 148. That's a bit too much though. So let's go back to, in my opinion. So let's go back to 1.89. I'm risking 111 is my stop loss, is my loss if my stop loss gets hit. Okay. Let's do that. Boom. So now if the price goes under there, it should be a little bit higher actually. 1.91, let's do 1.92. Let's edit this. $1.91 is fine. 1.9. 1.9. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. So let's do that. Let's click OK. Now, if the price comes down here and hits that, it will stop me out and I'll lose $100, kind of. If it keeps on going up, fine, and we can always change it later on. Now, it's broken the range. What we want to do is we want to go to the weekly. It's in blue sky breakout. So it's in price discovery. So this is interesting. So for me, this trade, I'm just going to eyeball this. Let's take profits at about maybe 2.9. $630. I'd be happy with $630. You could also go 4.9 or 4.4 in this case. If this bull market exchange, if it continues going up, 4.4 is good. But for me, I think 2.9, and we can always reevaluate. $630, I'll be happy. So okay, I would have more than doubled my money. Click OK, and if I lose $100, I lost $100. So this is another trade you could look at on Pionex. So I just took another trade with you. If I lose it, I lose it. That's the name of the game. You don't win every single trade. Some trades you win, some trades you want. What you want to do is you want to protect yourself in your losses and make sure you don't lose more than it makes sense for your total portfolio. So 1/5 of $500, it's a very small amount of my portfolio anyway. It's a 3x, it's a meme coin. Sure, let's go for it. And if I lose $100 on this, who gives a shit? You could make 10 trades and lose 8 of them and lose $100, $200 in each and make one good trade and make it all back, you're good. Now, right now, I'm doing a smaller, I might do a trailing stop loss or raise my stop loss and raise my take profits depending on momentum as well. So just follow me for the next trade on this. Yeah. And again, I need more time to look at the charts, take my time, look at different things, and do the right stop losses and take profits. This is live. It's more of an overview, doing everything real quick, but I'm doing it with you, showing you, putting my real money in there, if that makes sense. So let's see how it works out. Hey, Paul, I'm glad I'm watching. I've been for a while. For me, hope all is well. All is well, Sergio. Hey, Sergio, how are you, man? All good. Do you like Veracity? Not right now. Bill S., my man. Patrick 5X, let's go. Let's go, man. Thanks for the super chat, bro. When end of bull market? We don't know exactly, but possibly end of 2025, beginning 2026. Love the people from Greece. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love everyone. Aaron says, for coins to 5x to 10x from here, does it have to happen in this week or two? No, it could. I'm expecting it to happen before the sell-off or after the sell-off, right? And I'm just saying, if you remember, I called 2 alt seasons, 2 mini alt seasons before and after the summer, and both of them will probably extend and one of them will be full-blown. But both could be full-blown. We don't know yet. We'll see. Thank you, Paul, for the breakdown. You're very welcome. Can you speak Arabic a little bit? Aywa. I know how to say some stuff like shufel benta elwa and stuff like that. I know a little bit of Arabic, a little bit of Persian, a little bit of whatever, you know. Just enough to get me in trouble and to get me dates. I have 27% of my portfolio in ADAs. Okay, it's a bit too much, Omar, in my opinion. Hi, Paul. When are you interested to go back into render? It depends on everything else. If everything else is outperforming, why go back in? Right now, there's no point in going back in for me, but just because of my I have a shitload of money in crypto. Why get back into crypto render as well? Yes, it could do well, but there are other coins that are going to do just as well, and some will outperform it. And the way I'm balanced right now, there's no point because render is more conservative, and I have enough conservative coins, if that makes sense. So it all depends on your portfolio, the way it's structured. It's not one clear-cut answer. Give this video a like if you understand this, and if you appreciate me doing live everything and just showing you exactly the exact numbers, my own money, no funding, no fake accounts or anything like that. Please hit the like button if you appreciate that. Is it a good time to get into gaming? I said that you should be getting into gaming towards the end of the bull market. I'm not in it yet. I am holding pixels. I'm holding a couple of gaming coins. But I think Mavia, maybe. GFAL, I don't think so. I think GFAL has been goofing around too much. Maybe Miria, but they haven't really done anything in the games. I think Beam is the best game AI coin out there. It's not showing in the charts yet, but I think it is. Blue chips are better, IMX in this case, and maybe AVAX. And then for the actual gaming coin, maybe Pixels towards the end. Let's see. Is Aether a good buy? I'm getting whatchamacallit, not allocation. I have my Beam node staked, so I'm getting rewards. But if I would buy Aether, I don't know. I didn't even think about it because I'm getting the rewards. So there's no reason for me to, get tired thinking about shit. VeChain looking better now compared to last year. VeChain is old school. I don't think they're going to do anything much this year. Ether versus Render. If I had to buy one, one's DeepIn, one's AI. I don't know, man. Why not both? You can't really put one over the other. I don't know what dumb is. Anyway, thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Go ahead and sign up to Pionex. The link is in the description down below. And there's a lot of rewards, $50 just for signing up. You might as well go take it. And then another $800 or so depending on your deposit. Thank you very much. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.